Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. We have a Blade HQ exclusive. I actually didn't even know that this was a thing until Blade HQ said, do you want to check this out? And I said, absolutely, because it's super cool and it's a Spyderco. So this is available. I will link it right down in the description, at least at the time of this video. I have a feeling, you know, Spyderco knives, usually put Spyderco knife or a Spyderco box in the thumbnail, it gets a lot more views, and they tend to be pretty popular. So it's available at least at the time of this recording. But I don't know how many there are. I don't know how, you know, quickly they'll go, but they're available right now. So I'll link them in the description. You guys can check it out if you want to. It helps my channel and use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to Blade HQ for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. What do we have here? This, hold on, let's take a look. Spyderco Military 2 FGR G10 204P. We almost never see Carpenter CTS 204P anymore. If you don't know what that is, it's like Carpenter's version of M390 or CPM 20CV. Look at that beautiful G10. I don't even know if it's more forest green or if it's more of like a deep. It's like a. It's not blue, but it's also. It's like a. Yeah, it's like a duper. A duper. Duper. It's a super deep. Like greenish, bluish, whatever. I don't know. It's actually very appealing. This is the Military 2 in 204P with the compression lock, which is, in my opinion, superior to the previous versions. Now, if your favorite knife of all time is the previous Military, and you're very anti-compression lock, and there's a hardcore group of people who are actually very much like old school. They only want the old school Military. They don't want the compression lock. In my opinion, the compression lock Military should have happened far, far, far sooner than it actually did, because the compression lock is Spyderco's best locking system and one of the best locking systems on the market. This is essentially a giant PM2 now, which is cool. One of my favorite EDC folding knives of all time is the Para 3, but before that, I EDC'd a Spyderco PM2. If I was going to EDC the nearly pocket sword that this is, the Military 2 might not be a bad choice because it's really not all that heavy. I forget how long this thing is. The overall length of the Military 2 is 9.5 inches. Oh my god. Blade length, 4 1/8. Cutting edge is about 3.75. Pretty serious. But, it just carries like a bigger PM2. And like I said, I don't think the weight is anything crazy. That's not my scale. That's the iPad. For an object as, large as a scale, it does disappear more often than you might imagine. Here it is right here, hiding underneath the iPad. I'm a huge fan of this color of G10. I think that's awesome. If I were to carry this, obviously, we have quad mounting positions, which is very rare in 2026. Really, Spyderco, as far as like companies that people take seriously, Spyderco is one of the only brands left that still offers a quad mounting position for the pocket clip, meaning tip up, tip down, right or left-handed carry. If I were to carry this knife personally, I would carry it tip up. But because there's no flipper tab, I think that people who do prefer tip down for a knife like this, there's not really any problem with it. Action's very good on it as well for running on phosphor bronze. Let's go ahead and change the units here and check out what we're looking at for weight. So weight on this guy is coming in only 4.3 ounces. Honestly, pretty darn good. Let's actually put it up against baby brother and even younger baby brother. We have the Para 3, and then, well, the Para 3's right here. The PM2 has once again, no, it hasn't. No, it still has. Where on earth is the PM2? There it is right there. What am I doing? Spyderco PM2. We'll do the, we're going to flip them over because of the angle of the camera. Military, PM2, and Para 3. Big boy up top, actually looking not as big as it even is in reality. Whatever's on the bottom is always going to look the largest, right? So we'll put it here, and I'll actually put it in the middle so you guys can get the best possible perspective on size. Very comfortable and undoubtedly an excellent tool if you really need this much blade in a folding knife, which is rare. Spyderco does a great job with their heat treatment. More importantly, the reason that so many people love Spyderco knives is because of their edge performance, the geometry of their blades and the shape of their blades, right? We're talking about the long trailing point of the military, the Para 3 and the PM2, and also their leaf-shaped blade are just really, really good and very versatile for a number of, knife tasks. So, but I think a lot of their 204P, their M390, and their 20CV comes back between 60 and 62. I know we have, in the years past, there's only been a few guys who have been able to do like consistent hardness testing. Now we actually have quite a few people in the community. There's a bunch of people on Reddit with testing equipment as well that are able to get accurate measurements. And I think as time goes on, more and more people will have access to this equipment. I think it'll, I'm hoping, at some point there's like a one button, like super simple caveman version of this equipment for me. So that I can even provide that. But at the moment, we have enough people in the community who are able to provide accurate HRC testing that, it's not necessary. It's not really necessary to come directly from me. But I think a lot of the reports that I have seen, right, occasionally you get some outlier stuff. Occasionally there'll be a Spyderco that's at like 59.7 on, something like 20CV. That's obviously too low, right? But I think they hit typically between 60 and 62. So I'd venture to guess this is going to be the case here. But the geometry, I think, is going to play the biggest role in performance. This is probably the best looking military 2 that I have seen. I've seen a few different variations, and a couple of different retailers have done exclusives, and I think Spyderco's done some special variations. But this variation, I think, is the coolest. And I got to be honest with you guys, I cannot remember, not that it really matters all that much, I can't remember the last time I saw a brand new knife come out in 204P steel. That is just rare. 204P, again, it's going to perform exactly the same as M390 or 20CV, but just the fact that it says 204P on the blade. I have one other knife in my collection in 204P, and it is an ungodly rare ZT-0392 back from like 2014 or 15 or whenever they did that, right? It's literally like a decade old knife. So that's cool. And I think this combination of color and steel might appeal to a lot of, hardcore Spyderco fans. So no review today. I might revisit this knife in review form. I know that I feel like I have a Military 2 review up on YouTube, but maybe we'll revisit this knife. I do appreciate Blade HQ sending this in. This is super cool. I think I'm going to hang on to this one. I am a huge Spyderco fanboy. Let's also read, I hate to do this at the end. I should have done this right away at the beginning here, but the Spyderco note, which is different for every exclusive. We should read this. Congratulations on your purchase of this limited edition exclusive version of the Spyderco Military 2. An exclusive blah, 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 blah. We know what that is. The first defining feature of this elite knife is its blade, which is precision machined from Carpenter Technology CTS 204P. This advanced American-made powder metallurgy stainless steel offers an exceptional balance of edge holding, toughness, I don't know about toughness there, guys, and corrosion resistance. The full flat ground satin finish blade of this knife takes full advantage of these qualities. It does. This is a good blade for 204P, while offering optimal edge geometry and a point utility that make it an outstanding everyday carry cutting tool. Not to be outdone, the handle of this knife features peel ply texture G10 scales in a distinctive forest green. So they are calling it forest green. Okay, very cool. This is fun. I like this. This is a fun. I wish that we would see more, Spyderco exclusives. It seems that the days of Spyderco exclusives being everywhere are for some reason slowing down. They used to be all over the place. They still exist. We don't see them as much. Perhaps it's me. Perhaps I am not, paying attention as much. But this is a cool one. So, anyways. Links in the description for this guy. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.